Hello, my lovely geeks and gamers. I still have my high-vis on. I'm very silly. Welcome to another D&D session. I'm Anthony. I'm the DM, and I run games of Dungeons and Dragons from my messy office on the Games and Geekery Discord server. And today we're playing Blood Feud. I've called this episode Back from Elysium. It is the 48th episode. Don't worry too much if you haven't watched one of these before. You can enjoy the antics anyway, and then go back and maybe watch previous episodes later. If you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe and share with all your friends, because the algorithms are not helping us out anymore. So, with all that out of the way, would the players like to tell us who they're playing?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Zane. I play Rika, the now half-dragon wizard of the group.
Yes.
And I've yet to find new art for my character. I'm working on it. AI is a bitch when it comes to filling up Pinterest.
Mm-hmm.
I nominate Nightwatch.
Hello, my name is Nightwatch. I'm a Twilight Wolfer cleric of Selena Praise the Moon, and I have my daughter Marceline with me. Praise the sun!
Mm-hmm.
And I choose the Amanda.
Woo! Scarlet.
My name is Amanda. I play Scarlet, Magma Method Barbarian.
Wood.
I'm on fire.
And you are fire? Yeah.
I'm on fire, but I am fire sounds cooler.
I am the fire. Yeah. Who's next, Amanda?
Who's left?
So, we haven't heard from Kiza, or Nightwatch, or Blood
Nightwatch.
Okay.
I thought I already did.
Oh, yes, you did. Sorry. My bad. We haven't heard from Melrock, though. Melrock.
I was trying to avoid choosing him because I always do, so...
Blood Dancer.
I'll rock it in. Blood Dancer. Haha, that works.
Haha!
Hello, I am the Blood Dancer, half orc, half elf, were-cat, not tiger, were-cat. Even more sassy than he was before. Now has the urge to knock things off shelves and show his butt to people. Warlock, Pact of the Blade, Bard Valor, I think it was.
Valabard, yes.
Yeah, Valor Bard. And I nominate the Rob.
The Rob.
The Rob.
I am Rob. I play Malrock Doomrider, the Goliath Paladin Sorcerer.
Yay! There is Melrock. Fantastic. I think that pretty much just leaves us with Kiza. Kiza? Jeff?
sorry. I had wandered away to fetch a drink. I am someone playing something.
You are Kiza. You are a fighter.
Yeah, the Hex Blood.
Yeah.
Fighter.
Are you okay?
I'm still trying to wake up.
Okay.
I woke up way too early this morning, and then I took my kids to the park.
Fair enough. So, what happened last time we played? Oh, that's cool. That is also cool.
We visited a couple of heavens, walked to a bunch of gods, got some neat stuff.
Indeed.
Then-
All in a day's work.
And then came home.
Uh-huh.
Well, y'all got a bunch of cool stuff. I got turned into a dragon.
Yeah, because
That's
you
getting a cool thing.
You rejected all the order gods, and so a chaos dragon claimed you.
It did more so claimed me and more so kidnapped me.
Yeah.
Kidnapping, claiming,
Like, now,
tomato. It's the same thing with different terminology.
Yeah. It was a non-consensual arrangement, unfortunately. So,
Did the dragon touch you in your no places?
it touched me everywhere.
Mhm.
Good. That's what your smart mouth gets you.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well, Rob.
You're being rescued. Please do not resist. Yes. Yeah. So, you're back. The crew of the ship are a little confused by some of the physical changes that have taken place amongst the party.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
But they just want to go home. What do you do? Yes, you have a light hearted. This is true.
Well, we want to destroy the moon, but I don't know if it's a good idea to risk.
You want to destroy the moon. You keep bringing up this idea of destroying the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we want to do something with the moon. Saloon said do something with it, at least.
She just said be wary of this false moon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought she said something like handle the moon so my worshippers or something.
No. It was just beware the false moon. Yeah, don't trust.
Oh,
So
okay.
everything else was guesswork.
So,
That moon bad. That moon good.
yes, you can tell the difference between, you can see Sluna's tears on the correct moon.
Mm-hmm.
So, besides us nuking the moon, well, what should we do? And also, we should probably talk to the crew about stuff.
Let's take the crew home.
Yeah,
We can visit the pretty island.
letting the crew go home would be a good thing to do. As in-
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a break home first.
Patty cake.
Oh, let's start from the top of the list and go down. We can go to the Great Heroes and chat with them.
Or we could take this ship back where it belongs and let the crew go home. And then...
That's what I meant. First do the people, then we do top of the list going down.
So after you've let them go home.
I missed the after part as well. Sorry.
That's okay.
Come here, blood dancer. I need something to pet.
Rob,
Meow.
halberds are a 1d10 slashing weapon with the heavy reach and two-handed properties.
There's the giant axe spear thing.
Yes, it's a giant axe spear thing. Yes. Oh, he's got a list all printed up.
No, that's my list.
That's your. I just copy and pasted. I'm sorry, I didn't. Yeah, that is fully Nightwatch's list. I just copy and pasted, so we had.
Let's go, Paul Alwyn. Also say we are sorry. They may have help if money is involved. Okay. Help do. Yes.
Stop racism. That's a tough one.
Stop racism.
Yeah.
I don't want to be sold.
No.
Try to get people to stop being racist.
Yeah, that's
I'm all for genocide on racists. Genocide.
just kill all the racists.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Get the drow involved. They will be
Okay.
pissed off if they learn about what really happened. Get the artificers to recreate Grandma's amulets without the mind reader. Okay. Find the.
I don't know how we're going to do that one.
like it's just an idea list. We don't have to do anything that's on it. I just was just
It's a good list.
No, I agree with the list. A lot of it's actually good stuff we've been thinking about doing.
Mm-hmm. There's also,
Just a matter.
I believe, there's also a few items from your from when you were still doing
courier.
courier guild stuff.
Yeah. One of them was finding lost artifacts in a desert.
Mm-hmm.
And we were thinking, at the time we were thinking maybe we could upgrade Nightwatch with them, but yeah. That one we couldn't do because the city got destroyed. We had a job to go to the desert where there were ancient ruins, and in the desert was the city that you come from, Nightwatch. And a thought we had was if we find powerful things that work with you.
So you can try and find the ruins of the Misran city that she belongs to.
That was one of the courier quests.
Yeah.
Because a noble wanted some stuff from there as well.
Really? Don't remember it, but okay.
It's been a while.
Well,
Yeah.
We planned on going through the desert to get to the Elven city, but we decided to take ship,
Yes. So you
and
skipped.
that's why we didn't get to do it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Skipped a lot of the desert stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
I believe we also had a shipment to the city in the sky. We also had to talk to someone about,
Sprocketed.
but yeah.
I think that might have been like a past quest where Dean and Warren killed some people for laugh class.
No, that was a quest, but we also had a quest to go to the city, and they wanted us to pick something up
Oh, okay.
and take it somewhere.
Yeah, but then you killed some gnomes and you decided that maybe we should avoid Sprocketon for a while.
Yeah.
Rob, do you remember which magical properties I said it had?
It was a legendary artifact, if I remember.
No, I don't, other than it looked like a wand and switched between the halberd and something else.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's Palor, right?
Oh,
That was...
yeah.
No, it was Savar.
Yes. Lathander's the new god. Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah, lesser god of life. Alright. Okay. So his rod. Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, it's a +3 weapon that casts disintegrate on a hit. Providing, of course, they fail a Constitution save. I believe we set the DC at 15.
I was literally just typing that out. Literally those exact words.
Aye. Thank you for the reminder, Nightwatch. That helped a lot.
You're welcome.
Okay. So yeah, it's a rod, and when you activate it, it shoots out the rest of the pole and the halberd blade. I was considering giving you basically a double-ended solo, a double-ended sunblade, but then I read in Sika's combat details that he carries a halberd with the disintegrate spell, which is cool. Anyway, Marceline pets the kitty. Okay. Okay. So you got all this stuff. You talked to a couple of different gods, including a god of light, and who was acting as a go-between between you and the sun god Palor. And you want to... One of the things you want to do is bring back the Light of Palor, restore the Temple of Palor in the Ashwoods, because the original Light of Palor was stolen by Havana. So he could use it as his little toy son, making Havana perpetually a nice place to live. But making it his own in the process, so that's not really the Light of Palor anymore. That's Havana's son. And you were also considering, instead of bringing back the Light of Palor on top of the temple, that you would activate it in the necropolis and just destroy all the undead and hopefully Magister as well in the process, if I remember correctly. That was one of your ideas.
It was an idea, yeah, but then we realized, how would we transport it to Necropolis?
Yeah, how would you get it from the necropolis to the temple, or vice versa? Yes.
And also, if we kill a Magister now, we just spent a lot of energy for nothing, because his main phylactery, is still up and running.
True.
Where is his main phylactery?
We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's
At
a
least
sword.
the
There's one
characters
noble
don't know.
You've seen a sword phylactery. You've seen you've seen a couple of others.
We know his mini phylacteries, but we don't know his original phylactery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because there was Aru, a mini phylactery.
Mm-hmm.
There was Nightwatch, the sword. We can assume his tower has a phylactery in it that we just didn't see.
Very likely.
But if he comes back from a mini phylactery, he's going to be significantly weaker than he came back from his main phylactery.
Nightwatch says, does this mean we need to stab Orin?
What do you mean, Orin?
Aru.
Aru.
No.
Yeah.
Or the first character.
Yeah, Aru.
Aru?
Yeah, Aru. Aru is the phylactery. Yeah, we might have to.
He was the Darkling that became a Lightling.
Yeah.
Why'd I put Orin?
No, Orin was the monster that ate everything.
Okay, never mind. Let me fix that.
Yep.
You missed Aru, do you, Melrock? Okay. Good to know.
No? Yeah. Like.
Okay. So, I missed someone too? Oh, you missed Diane. Yes. Whereabouts is the ship at the moment? Whereabouts in the material plane are you?
I believe right outside, right above 8, because...
Right above K.
Or
Yeah.
maybe near the temple?
Why wouldn't we be over the ocean or somewhere where we're not going to attract attention?
That's
I mean,
true.
we can head that way, but I believe Gate was the last place we were at in the material book.
Yes, but we can go. Oh, forget it.
You can go anywhere. You don't have to reappear at the place that you left. So where would you go?
Oh, then we're probably reappearing at the ocean.
Okay. Okay. That's a good point. Diane's maker has some contacts in the amongst the seafarers, doesn't he?
No.
No?
I'm
thinking of a different
No. You're thinking of the other one. But he. Oof.
Oof.
At least not the way you're thinking. I mean, he probably did have to take a boat because he was originally from I think he was originally from the Elven lands before he came to Skelpney, Skelpney proper or whatever. Because he was based off of Wood Elves.
Yeah.
But
No
yeah.
Okay. So.
Why are we yelling?
I'm sorry?
I'm trying to figure out why my kid is yelling.
Oh, okay. I thought I wasn't yelling. Are you?
No.
If
My
you're
oldest.
Yelling, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Love this was good. Yeah.
Oh god, you remind me of food.
No.
So anyway, you're at sea.
Let's see.
What?
We're heading over to the island nation where these guys are from, the crew.
Mm-hmm.
We really do have to decide what we want to do, are we?
So let's just say,
I know what. Yeah.
let's speed things along. You've pulled into harbour at Waconia.
Yeah.
The crew have dutifully made sure the ship is properly moored, and then respectfully they're going to go home.
That's fair. We told them they could.
Mm-hmm. See their families. Make sure everybody knows they're okay.
Yeah.
You still have the ship, sort of. The surviving captain remains behind to ask what you want to do next. You'll probably be quite welcome to live in Waconia. It's a nice place, especially since we no longer have mind flayers to deal with.
There's no more mind flayers?
Yep. We had a We had a visitor that helped us.
Is
What
it
kind?
all mine flayers or just the surrounding area?
So we have a little brother named Anthony.
Let me explain. For many centuries, the Wakernians were visited by the Illithids, who would come through a portal and take slaves, leaving most of the population intact so that they would breed and they could take more slaves as and when they saw fit. However, the legends say that a powerful Wakernian was altered magically into the mighty and heroic Battle Cat, who led a rebellion against the Mind Flayers. Over time, the wars continued, but we acquired more and more knowledge from the Mind Flayers and kept them at bay. The wonders of our technology and building structures, our understanding of the magic and arcane, all come from those battles, from that long history of fighting for our lives against the alien creatures. It was difficult, since they were quite adept at installing spies amongst our populace. The war wasn't really over until a pirate called Scrubby came to the island.
That's a weird name.
Yes, this Scrubby went through the portal. Yes, Scrubby the pirate. Alone, it seemed. And the Illithids have never bothered us since. Occasionally, Scrubby will come back through to pay us a visit. Apparently, they have done wonderful things with the world that was previously the property of the Mind Flayers. I haven't been through myself, but
No offense, but it seems an implausible single person could take out a hive that's been around for years and years.
implausible it would seem, but it happened.
Once again, you're thinking too much like a mortal. Not all creatures are bound by the same limitations as humanoids.
Okay. What was Scrubby? Was Scrubby...
Out of character?
No, he's asking, like, was Scrubby... What race was Scrubby?
He was nothing that I had. He was like nothing that I had seen before. Were others like him, but many of them were destroyed getting Scrubby to the gate. Whenever.
Sounds like a golem.
Sounds like a what?
Sounds like a golem type creature. If there's plenty of it.
No, not quite. The closest thing I've seen on my travels would be something akin to an ooze creature.
Plasmoid? Okay, that makes a little more sense, but well,
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm pretty sure there's like 2 mind flayer nests in the coast.
Well, maybe that's where some of them escaped to avoid
Okay, never mind.
the retributions. But that is not. Yeah, that is not our concern.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. Is there any temples at this island?
What need do we have of temples?
I don't know.
The Wakernians brought themselves out of slavery, mastered the magical technologies of the Illithids themselves. We had no gods to aid us or save us.
Are you sure?
Why do you say that? You seem it as if you know something about our history.
I don't. I just kind of. I'm just asking so we can like maybe spread the truth at the fact that this timeline is messed up.
Why would you need a temple for that?
I don't know. I just thought we'd just try to recruit people, but never mind.
Again, why do you need to recruit people from a temple?
oh, because the gods are being barred from this world, and obviously the priests of those gods should be wanting to help.
And it's also probably less distracting than having to sit at a street corner.
If you'd like, you can talk to our great king.
Probably.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. I was about to say something, but I won't talk for the group on this matter.
Blood Dancer, you have a suggestion?
Quick question out of character. Can Blood Dancer in cat form speak?
You're a werecat. I think technically you would only be able to communicate, you'd only be able to vocalize properly whilst in humanoid or hybrid form.
Okay. He'd probably jump off Rika's shoulder into humanoid form.
Okay. And say what?
Hey, where'd you get there?
Pardon?
How'd you get there? He was unaware that you were on his shoulder, to be honest.
Sorry,
I was too.
I don't mean Rika, I mean Queezer. Sorry.
Keezer? Okay.
Oh. It's fine if it was Rika. He was just generally.
Wait, you guys have a ruler? Oh yeah, I can turn into a cat now.
Yes. Yes, we do.
Okay. I feel like we should probably clue you in on what it is exactly we're dealing with. Group known as the Big Three have been causing issues for the gods. They could cause issues for you guys later on. I imagine they'd love this technology.
Well, luckily we can defend ourselves quite well. But if you wish to approach the king with this issue and petition her for aid, then by all means do it.
Did you just say queen a king a second ago?
Yes, she is the king.
You mean just blah, blah. I think it would be easier to just use the word ruler for now.
She prefers king.
Do you guys want to talk to this king fellow? Woman? Ruler person?
I mean, we could use the help we can get.
Night Watch,
Yeah.
do you want to talk to the king?
Sure.
Malrock, do you want to talk to the king? Malrock. That was a show. Okay. And I see Kiza went, yes?
Have you guys ever... Sorry.
The yes was supposed to be in response to Marceline asking if she was okay.
I have no issues of queen ruling.
No, do you want to meet the ruler and try and discuss this Big Three issue?
Yes.
Okay. So, the captain leads you through a quite amazing city. Many of the buildings look like they were crafted in a single piece. There's no obvious construction method. And
Carved rather than built.
almost grown. There's a variety of shops selling all manner of spectacular gadgetry. There are children running around the streets wearing headbands and playing around with magical toys. There are guards wearing sleek black sleek black clothing that as armor, wielding very finely crafted swords and strange projectile devices.
Guns.
Guns.
We saw a laser gun, but they're probably looking a lot different.
They're laser rifles, but they're Wakernian crafted laser rifles, so their style is a bit different. But yeah, you also see people that are freely walking around with not only magical mechanical augmentations, but magical, biological alterations.
This might be the place I can make it, Rika says as he's looking around.
Kiza says, keep mouth shut. We have no part with talking to nobles. Okay.
I mean,
Anyway. The,
technically Suti's a noble, isn't she? She's dating the daughter of the
Suti's
king.
A blood dancer.
Not Suti, blood dancer. Blood dancer.
Technically, blood dancer is more of a concubine to someone in nobility. So I guess he has some idea of what to do.
And his
among...
girlfriend seems to have rejected her nobility to join a cult, so, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Rika's used to discussing politics, like he's also
She's
in his element.
technically a noble, but probably doesn't really act like one.
Alright.
It's more just a muttering to herself, going,
Yeah.
because
Watch your tongue. Yeah.
Oh, you're telling yourself you have no heart talking.
yes, because Fae and their trickeries. This isn't the time to pull Fae nonsense.
Yes. This is not the time to pull fake nonsense. Okay. So, the palace seems to have been built on top of a large public library. People are reading all kinds of this knowledge. Knowledge is publicly available to all citizens, as is education and training, and but the captain leads you up the grand staircase to the palace proper. And when he gets to the top of the steps, he speaks to one of the footmen at the door, and the captain turns to you after talking to the footman and says, "Okay, I'm going to leave you in Percival's capable hands, and good luck." And with that, he descends the steps and rejoins his fellow Wakernians. The footman comes up to you and says, Percival comes up to you and says, "I have been led to understand that you would like to see our king."
That would be correct, my fine sir. We have some news we'd like to share that we believe would be of great importance to the ruler of these lands.
Very well. I would suggest that you, at the very least, conceal any weapons that you have on your person.
Good thing Rika doesn't. I mean, he said conceal, not give. So, like.
Okay, never mind. Continue.
Well, you wanted to make an insight check. Why did you want to make? What did you want to make an insight check about Nightwatch?
Do I sense any alternative motive going on?
Well, the fact that they're not making you hand over your weapons, that this is an option. He does point out as you come into the entrance hall of the palace, he does show you a place where you can leave weapons and overcoats and anything else that you wish to divest yourself of, but it is not compulsory.
The problem is Quiza, Scarlet. Yeah, those are the ones. They have giant weapons you can't really hide.
It's up to them.
Okay, then never mind. I won't insight.
Oh yeah, Malrock's got the sun sword.
I will politely refuse to give up my sword, as it's still a part of who I am. Fair. Understood. If you would all follow me once you've made your preparations.
Rika is. He's casting prestidigitation, like, and cleaning up his clothes. Like, I haven't done this in a while. Like, let's see, do I have any? No, I don't. Okay. It's like, okay. Yeah, I'm going to turn around. Does anyone have anything to say before we go in? Blood Dancer, no messing around, okay? And anyway.
I know better than to mess around among royalty. Unless I'm...
out of character, last campaign, Blood Dancer messed around with all the nobility. There wasn't a single dragon you weren't like, fuck you. Okay, so.
So, you are brought into... no fucking fighting.
I imagine that's about it. Oh, Scarlet, keep your flames down, please. We don't want to cause any fires in the palace. No, don't touch that book.
So, I didn't do it. So you're led into the main hall, and let's see, do I have? Yeah.
You told the red dragon to fuck off.
In the throne, you see a rather large tiger patterned cat person. She's wearing an elaborate brocaded coat. In one of her forearms, she's twirling a flaming sword. She also has horns sprouting from her head just above her brow, just above her eyebrows. She's lounging in the throne. Sat next to her on a lesser throne is a well-dressed, apparently human male. Well, what do we have here? Visitors, it seems. Yes, Your Highness. These four have come to see you regarding a matter on the mainland. All right, out with it.
Fucking great timing.
Malrock bows. Okay.
I choked on water.
Your Malrock, your ghost says, "Why are you bowing to a mortal?"
Wait, I thought we got rid of Malrock's ghost.
Did you?
No, we did not.
Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah, we got rid of night watches.
Yeah, we got rid of night watches.
Oh, right, yeah.
Not enough power.
We have come to spread about the terrible news that there are great evils trying to actually have been controlling this world and also multiple worlds as well. And we are on a mission to stop them, to stop their influence and spread the word of their misdeeds.
And what does that have to do with me?
Their whole goal is to be the strongest and to take out anyone who opposes them. Whether that's technological advancement, magical advancement, or whatever. What they did last was destroy the elves in order to expand the undead's territory. It is only a matter of time before they go even farther and farther.
Why am I just hearing about this now? She says to her partner. First I've heard of it, my love.
It has... Greetings, Your Highness. I am Blood Dancer. It is a fairly recent event. Many of those affected may not have had the chance to reach the safe land of Laconia yet. It was in the Elven lands.
Okay, which Elven lands? Because there's quite a few islands around here that are home to frost elves and sea elves and...
What was the name of the area out of character? Armenalos, right?
Armenalos, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was Armenalos, my lady.
And the surrounding area.
One, Armenalos is fucking miles away. Two, it's not my lady, it's your highness, bitch.
He bites his tongue. One of the leaders controls the undead. And off the coast, about how far would you say it would be a normal travel to the pirate town? Out of character.
It's about a half day's with favourable wind. It's a half day's journey from here to Port Alwyn.
About a half a day away are Mind Flayer undead, a specific lich, who is under the control of one of these leaders.
When you say half a mile away, where are you talking about exactly?
Port Alwyn.
Oh. My dad will take care of that. No problem. Have you spoken to the governor of Port Alwyn?
No.
Really?
But that's not the biggest issue.
And it looks like Malrock is saying, Your Highness, with respect, who do you think their next target will be once they conquer Skelbany? Why would they bother, if they control all of Skelbany, crossing the ocean to test their luck against me?
Well, they have been trying to test their luck against my nation, which is also quite powerful. If they have the balls to do that, they most likely have the balls to attack yours, Your Highness.
And where are you from?
Chaipan.
Chaipan? Thought that place was a fucking myth.
Nope. Just hell of a heck far away.
Hell of a heck far away.
Yes.
I like this one better.
The people that are trying to rule over Skelbany have become so brazen as to openly challenge various pantheons and take control of their domains. So it would not be beyond their scope to challenge you as well.
You're also the most advanced technological country in the world.
Excuse me. Who is the most advanced technologically?
Your country.
Yes, we are. That's right.
Yes. That's what I was saying was that she was the most advanced, and that's why he would come after you since you pose the biggest threat after the Elven land, the elves, since they were closer.
Look, we got a good thing going here. We're not rustling any feathers. If they were going to try and come here, they will soon find that they had made a terrible mistake.
Yeah, but what if they have the power to bring back the mind flow that your kingdom has subjugated? Because I know that they can do that if they want to.
Good luck. They weren't just defeated, they were digested. Scrubby's world turned the mind flayers into nothing but stomach acid juices and slime.
You do not need a body to bring creatures from another time.
From another time?
Oh yeah, they can.
I guess we've left out. The three powers are Grandma, Magister. Well, actually, sorry. Let me reset. Grandma, the Keeper of Time. Magister, the King of the Dead, and Havana, the Son of Heaven.
Ruler of Paradise. Blah blah blah. I really don't like him.
And you really think? Seems to me that those three have been controlling their little corner of Scalbany for eons.
Yeah, they're spreading it now, Your Highness. They're going after my nation.
They're really trying to expand, are they?
Oh yes.
Because they believe the world's grown too soft, and they think now is a good time.
Out of character, where are you getting that from? Is that,
He's lying. He's saying things that he thinks will help. Like,
roll deception, please, Rika.
Okay. Well, it's also like that's an obvious thought for like, why would they only now start if they don't believe everyone?
That is not actually something that you know for a fact. That's bullshit.
Yeah. No, not check.
If you have any way of boosting your mind. Nope.
Well, not even an inspiration can save you.
No. Okay. So clearly, you guys have some personal vendetta against these three. Because otherwise, you wouldn't be telling me all these pretty bullshit lies.
Oh, I personally love him. I don't see why he's lying.
Tell me what you really have against these three. Why do you care that these powers are expanding?
Well, they're expanding into my nation, killed a bunch of innocent people. That's why I despise them.
They hold my kind.
Leadership changes hands all the time. Not much changes for the common folk. Mavrock says, to be honest, Your Highness, several of us used to serve them and broke free. We discovered they took Palor and Saloon's domains. If the gods had powers taken from them, then they were weak gods to begin with.
You know what, ma'am? I'm gonna leave. Have a good day. Come back. Come on, Marceline.
Okay, I was interested in what Nightwatch was saying, but somebody spoke over it. What did you say, Nightwatch?
Nightwatch says after hearing her goddess get smack talked, you know what, Your Highness? I'm gonna leave. Have fun with the monitors. Come back. Come on, Marceline. Bye bye, cat.
I haven't dismissed you.
Ma'am?
You best be careful what you say next to me.
Ma'am, I have been complicit watching towns get destroyed, people getting killed, and just learning that I don't know. Because I am tired of people being complicit when there are dangers. So I'm just gonna sit down here and wait until you dismiss us because I don't want to get stabbed today.
Wait. Anthony, looking at her, like, she's got a weapon on hand, and she seems cocky, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll an insight on, like, how would she react if I made the comment, "Are you just afraid you're too weak to fight them?" Because she seems like that kind of ruler where she's overconfident in their skill, and they're proud of that.
Malrock, you've said they've taken over the domains of night and day, and that is everyone's problem. I'd like you to roll persuasion. Gods are a touchy subject with these folk, yes. Nightwatch starts drinking oil. By all means, roll your insight check, Rika.
Yeah.
Can I add an inspiration to that?
Shoot.
Add a D. Is it D10 now? Let me see. No, D8.
Okay, so Malrock, you're doing that to Malrock's roll, yes? His persuasion roll, yes? Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
I got a 6. I don't even know why I'm trying.
So your insight is terrible. You think that maybe you can sway her to your side by provoking her into thinking that she's a pussy.
Yeah.
It basically into challenging her.
As he's judging her, he's about to speak, but then Malrock speaks over him.
Yes, and it's probably a good thing that he does. Yes. How tough she is.
Yeah. Just like how much can she back up her words? How much do we not want to piss this person off?
Do you want to do... Well, actually, no, this... You wouldn't be the one to do this because none of these people are known to you. I don't think there's anybody in this party who might recognize who she is, unfortunately. And what reputation she has built for herself.
Would it be possible with the fact of the organization I would run would fall in line with how technological advanced this country is, that you would grab his attention? Or no?
It might trigger some stuff. Yes, actually, yeah. Do you want to do a history check? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Not D10.
Yeah, she would be legendary enough to restore it. 24. Okay. So, you know that Ternelius Crunch had a daughter who exceeded him in her ambitions. She was the undisputed queen of the Seven Seas. And then she met Prince Madder, the son of the king of Wakernia, and settled down together. But that was after she'd already claimed a domain of the Nine Hells as her sovereign territory, as well as marrying into the Wakernian royal family.
She's a demon lord, in a sense.
Nope. Archdevil.
Archdevil? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I always confuse the two titles, like...
Devil.
Yeah. I'm going to look at not Nightwatch. I'm going to look at... Blood Dancer. I'll get through every name of it. And just shake my head. Because I said I'm keeping an eye on her.
Mm-hmm.
Looks confused.
Oh wait, I have telepathic. I'm gonna speak in everyone's mind. She's an archdevil. We shouldn't fight. We shouldn't do anything too hasty.
She's not just an archdevil. She is. She is she is Oriana Carunch, the daughter of Tenelius Carunch, a ruthless pirate, a ruler of both Hell and Wakernia.
Yeah.
She is a force to be reckoned with.
Wait, what level of hell?
She owns some property on Levistus.
Okay, so not the right hell. Got it.
Not the what?
Oh, Chaos Dragons can be found in Hell and Abyss, so I just had to make sure which one.
Yeah.
Because he's out of the character, like, should he respect... Not respect, but, like... Yeah, respect her more was the idea, but...
I may dislike devils, but I know when to pick my battles. Fair. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute.
What?
Can I roll a history on her relationship with Zariel? Are they buddies? Are they enemies? Are they mutual?
Sure. Dual lordship.
$27.
Okay. Zariel is the overall is the ruler of Avernus. And she has many dukes under her. Levistus's realm is a few layers down, and Oriana is one of the dukes of. Like, she has her own territory on that level of hell, but she's not the overall ruler of it. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah. She's not
okay.
So,
out of character, I was thinking about bringing up the fact that Zariel didn't want us stopping it. But I wanted to make the check to see if she was an ally or an enemy. Because if she was an enemy, then maybe she'd help. But if she's an ally, he's not going to speak a damn word about the Zariel incident.
Devils, the politics of devils is interesting. They're always trying to negotiate with each other. It's all politics. It's so that they carefully watch each other for weaknesses to see if they can get away with stabbing each other in the back. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But I don't think bringing up the Zerial incident will help us.
Yeah.
Like, we beat up your boss. What makes you think we can't beat up you? Like,
Mm-hmm.
like. Let's see, what else can we?
But it's not just her. Looks lost outside. So you're still just hanging out outside waiting for them to come out?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a beautiful view. You can see right to the ocean from here.
Fuck, I wasn't planning to talk with any ruler today.
Sorry.
No, you're all good.
Can I make a deception check? Blood Dancer's trying to hide just how impressed he is with how cool she is.
Do a performance check.
Okay. Performance is a plus 14.
Yeah, Malrock's right. There isn't really.
So
30-20.
let me just cut to the chase here. You want me to lead the forces of Wakernia and whoever else I happen to have command over against these big three troublemakers, because they've hurt some people you care about, right? Is that what this boils down to?
Not just you, we plan on getting others, but that's about it.
She doesn't have to assist us if she doesn't want to, guys.
True. Maybe we can go to the other demon that came to us.
Don't you dare speak for me. I do what I want. And if I want to beat these bastards bloody, it'll be because I want to. Understand?
Of course, Your Highness.
Right.
Why may I make a suggestion, Your Highness?
What now?
What if we give you time to think about this?
I don't need to think about this. Matter. Yes, my love. Summon the ship. Yes, dear.
I mean,
You, all of you, get out.
Okay, have a good day.
as they're leaving, I'm going to whisper over to Blood Dancer. At least the other demon was kinder.
I think this one is cooler.
I mean, I think Zerial's cooler than this one.
Nah, this one's cooler.
Did you? But look at all the fire Zerial had.
Have you seen the city she's got?
That's a fair.
More impressive than fire.
As you come out of the palace, there's a blast of cold air as a portal appears in the sky above the palace. Zariel's sword is all I care about. And a ship made of bones flies in.
Wait. Is it the same ship we saw back on the other port? Made of bones?
Not exactly. This, the ship at port, like, when you see this one, in comparison, that one seems like a poor copy.
Okay, I was about to say we could have really fucked up that session if we went for that one.
This really does look like a vessel from hell.
Yeah. I thought we said we were going to go grab others to help aid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it wasn't going to be easy.
I think that actually just offended her more.
Oh yeah,
Thinking she's not strong enough to do it herself.
she doesn't want to be upstage, does she?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you said that the
Did you?
was that, go on.
They're outside the palace, and
Mm-hmm.
Kiza looks around, sees the ship, and goes, Y'all collectively put your foots in your mouth, didn't you?
No, we had a perfectly reasonable conversation with a demon lord. The demon
Archfey.
Archdevil. Yeah.
archdevil.
Like a reasonable conversation with it. First of all, there is never a perfect conversation or a reasonable conversation to be had with any form of devil, fae, or demon. It's not possible.
I talk with tieflings all the time. What do you mean?
Tieflings are not fiends.
They're the child of them.
No, they are not. They are, because they can be born from any person.
Hey,
Before you continue on about how we can't negotiate or discuss or anything with devils, I would like to point out that she is an archdevil with her own section that she rules in Avernus, as well the ruler of Wakernia, and formerly the Queen of the Seven Seas.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't be respectful. I'm saying that there is no perfect
solution
and or reasonable conversation, because they always have the upper hand.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
As you are chatting on the steps of the palace, a tiger striding out on its hind legs comes out, dressed in battle gear, wielding a large axe.
Where tiger?
Sorry?
Where tiger?
Where tiger? And he bellows out across the city. Yeah, he looks a bit like Battle Beast, but tiger coloured. And steps out of his path. Yeah, he bellows out, clearly aided by the thaumaturgy spell. My fellow Wakernians, today we go to battle. A new threat arises on the horizon, and we go to face it. All able-bodied men, women, and children, take up arms. Go to your vessels. Today, Wakernia goes to war.
Out of character. Maybe we should have waited a few days for the crew we kidnapped to be able to spend time with their children before they died. That's just maybe a suggestion.
The crowd cheers. You see all kinds of flashes of magic all across the city as people prepare. And yes, you did get Wakernia to declare war specifically on the big three.
Yeah, we told them where Havana is, and we told them Havana is in charge of Havana, but they don't know where the others are.
Yeah. Anyway, Um,
And my familiar with a piece of paper.
you see the ships in the port getting filled up with Wakernians, several of which are already rising up into the sky. What do you all want to do?
I'm going to send my familiar with note on where the what was him? The guy that led us to the king, stating where Necropolis is.
I'm sorry, what?
So they probably know where Havana is because Havana's heaven, like known heaven.
Yeah, they know where. Yeah, she knows where Havana is.
But they don't. We probably don't know where Necropolis is because it's an underground.
Are you going to try and get yourself on board the Corpse Eater?
No, I'm sending my familiar with a note saying, "Hey, this is where Necropolis is." After asking Nightwatch, "Hey, Nightwatch, where's Necropolis?"
It's right here. And then explain like the different routes. But Nightwatch is currently busy trying to send a message to her friends at the Selena Temple to tell them to evacuate.
Mm-hmm.
Blood Dancer.
And also any other good aligned churches.
Mm-hmm.
Just anyone in general, get the heck out of gate.
A small bat flies off. Yep, that makes sense.
Because I did say it was sticking with them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Watching them. Yep. So,
you're busy You're busy casting a sending spell.
I know.
This is true. Blood Dancer, are you going to try and send a message home, letting them know that there is an assault an assault underway?
Yeah, he may as well.
I just realized how we can find out where Magister's phylactery is.
Oh.
Legend.
If we... No. Yes. That's an option.
Yes.
But if we kill Magister...
You can see where his spirit goes?
We can see where... Yeah, and there's probably going to be a surge of magic wherever he forms. Because when was the last time Magister died? Like, actually died. And was recreated.
Bear in mind that every time he's been destroyed, he has re-emerged from one of the local phylacteries. If you want him to re-emerge from the original, you'd have to destroy all the others first.
I guess Legend Lore is the best option.
I prepared that spell.
Good grief.
So, Malrock says, I say we had better go to the ship. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Our ship or the Corpse Eater?
Well, the Corpse Eater's hovering right above your heads. The ship that you arrived on is docked with the others that are rapidly filling with Wakernians.
I really want to go on the big bony ship. I don't know about you guys.
I doubt we're allowed on there. Blood Dancer.
My answer is no. No, I do not. I really do not.
We received no such invitation. I will not be going on that boat.
Yep. She may be a pirate queen, leader of pirates, but I doubt she'll accept us pirating onto her ship.
Ha ha ha! Stowaways.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did something impressive. You got a retired pirate queen to unretire.
She was bored.
Yeah, this is probably like the
All right.
anything. This is probably like the biggest thing that's going to ever happen in the next long time. So like, she's probably like, I want to get in on this action.
Yeah, and she can lay claim to another territory.
I wonder. It makes me wonder.
Go on.
It makes me wonder where her crew went, and if she'll be calling in any favors.
She does have, yeah.
Anyway, if we don't make it to one of the boats quickly, we're going to get left here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
if we make it to the boats, we're not part of the arm. We're not part of their city, state, country. They may not let us on anyway since they're going to war. So, does anybody have any other means of getting us back to the mainland?
Begins casting teleportation circle. Where do you want to go, onto the ship or the mainland? And whereabouts?
I don't know, just not stuck on an island nation.
We're going to head to our ship, where hopefully the crew will be going to more or less join in on all this, and we can head back home that way.
We can't use teleportation circle. We have to use teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Because circles to a specific circle that already exists.
That's why I was asking.
You have to know the signal sequence of where you're going to.
So, but I did teleport. So where do we want to go?
Okay, well let's stow away on one of these ships then.
So teleport onto the same ship you arrived on, or
well, we don't have to go to a ship. We can go to anywhere we've been.
This is true. You can teleport directly back to Gate or Havana, technically, because you did fly over it, or or the Necropolis. Or...
I've got teleport circle. I don't have to spell teleport. That's level, I think.
I can do teleport, is what I'm saying.
Ah, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, where do you guys want to go?
Shoot, I mean, we could start with. Fuck, Nightwatch, why did you have to get rid of your phylactery part so soon?
Because it whispers in my ear, and it also gives me a craving for souls.
Okay, does anyone else have a part of Magister?
Why do you need a part
Anything he has.
Why do you need a part of Magister?
For legend lore, so we can get an idea of where his phylactery is.
Is your plan to teleport directly to wherever his main phylactery is?
I don't have the ability to teleport to it because I've probably not been there.
No,
but to a place close to it.
Maybe we should
just teleport to the town that has the dead kraken.
Yeah. But it's also information we need to know when deciding where we want to go.
Teleport to the town that what?
That had the dead kraken.
Oh, okay.
Why not there?
I mean, we could, but what's there? The question is, what's there?
A dead kraken?
Yeah, no, we ate the dead kraken, so that's not even there.
Yes, but we can still go to that location.
Sad cultists.
But what's there? Why would we?
Don't you want to be close to the action?
Why would that be close to the action? The action's going to be in Havana, isn't it? Although I suppose that is south of the Great Crown Mountains, so you sort of...
But if we were going to Havana, we might as well go to Gate to help evacuate.
And how are we going to evacuate all those people?
We can start. Yeah, we can, like... Yeah, like...
Attention?
Why don't we just take the ship to save spells, says Melorock.
We can try getting on the ship, if you want.
If you went on the ship, that means you'd be travelling with the rest of this flying ship force. You'd be arriving at the same time they do. If you teleport directly to gate, that means you can be there ahead of the attacking forces and warn people that they're coming.
Exactly. And I only have one level 7 spell slot, but my level 7 spells aren't the kill-all, be-all of spell.
So you don't mind wasting your teleport, wasting your 7th level spell slot for a teleport. Okay.
Yeah.
Kiza, do you have any suggestions on where you should go? Would you rather travel with the army or ahead of it?
Kiza doesn't really care at this point because she knows that no matter whatever way we go, there's going to be a fight fairly soon, and like, quite honestly, she's bored.
Scarlet, do you have an opinion?
I just said fight things.
Okay. Perfect.
Sorry, it takes me a second to get to my phone.
No worries. Night Watch. What do you reckon?
Okay. Not what already told her friends to start, I guess, getting out of Dodge.
Start evacuating gate.
Yeah.
So do you want to help with those efforts, or do you want to travel with the flying ships so that you can keep an eye on their progress and maintain, like, send more intelligence to your friends on the ground?
Okay. Now what you know is that City of Gate is just gonna be cannon fodder. Because that's probably what it's, like, used for.
Mm-hmm.
And Chips are probably Havana's probably going to be using his power to more try to push the ships away.
Mm-hmm.
So ground forces are going to probably have to go to the gate itself.
They'll probably have to fight through the City of Gate to get to Havana through the main gate, yes.
Yeah, and then, like, then the secondary force that knows about getting to the necropolis. That's going to take a while for them to more or less get through.
Especially since the main entrance that they know about will probably be the one underneath the Scalbanian Palace, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And probably some other ones. Especially one with the Nothic inside. Oh.
Okay. So what does Nightwatch want to do?
Yes, be a distraction. So more or less go to the gate and just, like, hey, we're here, come and get us.
Ah, you want to... Okay, so you want to go to gate, help with the evacuation when you can, and then stand against the oncoming forces when they arrive.
No. Stand with the forces, just more or less just be a, whatever guards Havana is gonna probably unleash onto us.
Try to make sure that the citizens aren't harmed in the process.
Yeah,
Okay.
and more or less just.
So, Hero.
I mean, or just we be on the ship.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like,
Okay.
do you want to get to the city ahead of the ships, or do you want to arrive with the ships?
I think it's best if we go ahead of the ships.
Right. And Kiza doesn't care, and he's in fact a little bored. Malrock says that they'll go wherever the group says. Blood Dancer, what do you think?
I'm happy to go with Alison's idea.
Which is stay with the ships? Or... That's what we're trying to figure.
Go ahead of the ships.
Well, that was Rika's idea.
Sorry.
Okay. So that's 2 for getting to teleporting directly to City of Gate ahead of the army.
I'll go along with them.
Okay. Should we keep the Nightwatch? Are you okay with that plan?
For us to go to the gate, sure.
Okay. Awesome. We have more or less a consensus. Teleporting to gate.
Okay. Let me...
The revolution has begun.
Okay.
23, that's a good roll. So whereabouts in City of Gate? Don't be a duck. Whereabouts in City of Gate are you aiming for with your teleport?
There's a line.
The line?
The line to Havana. Where everyone gathers, where the most people are. If we're trying to evacuate.
Okay. On the way into town, or at the gate, or...
Way into town.
Okay. Center of town.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, turns on Halo. Interesting. So yeah, you guys all appear in the town square. There's market stalls around. There's the and handcarts. There's the line of people heading through the middle of the square, lining up to try and go through the gate. Lots of people shouting, trying to get attention from the people in the line. Kids running around, picking pockets, and playing games. There's a there's a strange smell and a hole in the ground in the middle of the square that the people in the line mostly seem to be walking around to avoid. But yeah, it just seemed odd that there's just this random hole in the ground.
Nightwatch, you're going to head over?
Nightwatch will turn on, use thaumaturgy, and start yelling, "Get out! Havana's trash! He is a cult leader! Get!"
The best part is
Go somewhere else. There are better places.
Nightwatch.
That's part
That is not good.
Roll performance.
You know what I'm going to do?
Go on.
I cast skill empowerment on Nightwatch. You gain expertise in performance.
Can I offer her an inspiration as well?
Okay, yeah. So
Yep. Yeah.
So so expertise in performance. That's going to give her a +9, and then she's also going to get a +D8 from the bard. So.
Then Marceline will cast guidance on me.
That's another D4. Yeah. Okay. 28.
20. Wait, our proficiency bonus is a +5, so it should be a +10.
She's a -1.
So 29.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay. That's okay. Never mind. So
don't actually me.
Actually.
Anyway.
Lightning.
I'm sorry. So Nightwatch.
Yeah.
Your yelling does seem to be effective. People seem to be stopping and listening to you. There are a few saying things like, "But where do we go? We've given up everything to. We've risked it all to come here and try our luck. We need to get into Havana. We got nowhere else to go."
There's a town named Derp. It needs people. Port Owen always needs workers. Basically, all the other cities. Heck, the Elvenland capital is gone. Go there. Make a home. Get a farm. I don't care. Leave.
Make another roll.
You still have expertise.
Yep. And I'm assuming the Blood Dancer will throw a Bardic Inspiration again.
Yep.
Yep. $30. Yeah. Yeah. People start.
I took this spell thinking it was going to be the be all, and then I haven't gotten to use it. I'm glad it's coming in use.
That is good. Yes. Yeah. People start turning around and heading out of the city. The merchants, the market stall owners are pissed.
Y'all go as well. Travel with your goods. People still want to buy stuff. Go. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like a chemical waste pit over there. Going through the weird, like, smelling hole.
Do you want to make a perception check to see what it smells of?
Yeah.
Have you ever met a succubus before?
I live in the Necropolis. There's probably some sucky big guy down there.
In the tavern we went to, there were succubus as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, that.
Probably screwed several.
Okay.
I was going to say Nightwatchers had very personal experiences. Well, not like personal, but we were followed by the one when we were escorting the one Durgar.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough. So it's very the heady scent of feminine hormones combined with a pinch of sulfur.
Where is that Durgar?
Orgy round here.
He's probably in that pit. Nope.
Wait, these guys have an orgy pit?
I mean,
I don't know.
It's not a very large hole at the moment, though the hole does, when you take another look at it, resemble a particular anatomical feature.
Ay.
covered Larson's eyes.
Sorry?
I cover my child's eyes.
Huh. Didn't know that could be made out of stone and dirt. Is this what global warming is? They always say it's taking over the Earth.
What the fuck?
Sure, I guess.
Part of me wants to be an a-hole, but I'm not going to be.
Part of you wants to what now?
Wants to be an a-hole.
Only part.
This isn't the a-hole. This is the other hole.
Yeah, this isn't the. But like, it just. I don't know. For some reason, it just feels. It feels like my character wants to be goofy today. So, but yeah.
What's he gonna do?
Nothing, because it would be incredibly mean. Oh, you're that interested in it, Rika? Here, have a closer look.
Why don't you stick your hand?
I mean, Rika can fly.
Rika is human. Oh wait, no, Rika is actually half dragon now. So
I don't have wings, but I have the broom of flying, so I can fly on my broom.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm not that crazy. Because in character, it wouldn't fit her, and out of character, I know what would happen. So yeah, nope. All right,
New
back to the thing.
character unlocked.
what did you say?
I said new character unlocked if you did that.
A little bit. So, yeah. As you are convincing people to leave, there are you see something unusual. Some of the Havanan guards wearing their shining silver armor trimmed in gold.
That is.
They come towards you. They pull off their helmets as they approach. They are blonde and blue-eyed, beautiful-looking people. They've got broad, friendly grins on their face, and they say, "Hi, I see that you are telling people to leave the city. We were just wondering why, and what do you think you're doing?"
That doesn't.
Sorry?
What were you saying?
You go ahead.
You go, Rika. I was speaking of. You have a turn.
That doesn't really concern you at all. What we do, you guys shouldn't care about because you kicked us out.
It does concern us because the City of Gate is part of everything we're doing here. If you disrupt the flow of new people to our population, that concerns us greatly. So, I'm going to have to ask you to stop right now.
And I'm going to have to ask you to take your head and shove it up your fucking metal ass.
You see Rika smile a big shit-eating grin at the mention of it's causing problems.
You're delighting in the fact that you're causing an issue.
Yeah.
As Kiva just kind of like rotates her shoulders, cracks her knuckles, and draws her greatsword.
Aha, fair enough. I guess we're rolling initiative then, huh?
Yeah.
I suddenly feel bad, but I think having not hit it, I have a feeling that Kiza, while not as not as angry and always wanting to fight as Scarlet, has not hit anything in far too long.
Really wants to
Yeah.
do something.
Okay. Wow. It's going to be a bad day for us.
You think?
Let's see. Am I missing? Okay, so we're missing. We need Malrock and Scarlets, and then the bad guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good stat block for them.
What are we rolling? Sorry.
Initiative. We're about to get in a fight.
How did I miss that? That's one of my one of my words that I always like.
Yeah.
React to.
One of the words used to summon you. Yes.
Yes, thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
It's your calling card.
Baby cuddles. Yeah, that'll do it.
Thingies, and I'm sure I wrote it down last week.
You wrote what down?
I can't find the cat enhancement thingies, the werecat things.
It's just a boost to Dex, and I believe you already added.
Yeah, your Dex is already high. You've got claws. You can shapeshift. It's not going to be that much of a factor.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is they're not going to be able to hurt you unless they're using magical attacks. But at this level, they're probably going to be using magical attacks. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a floaty shield. Yay! We're using the words we looked up yesterday because I was being obnoxious.
I'm so happy that we found the actual generic word for it.
Therianthrope.
Yes.
Nice. Because lycanthrope is specifically wolves.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the generic thing for the all the shape changing races.
Polymorph.
Oh my god. It's been kind of nice not taking a leadership role.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just use. Yeah. So I know I said 2, but it works better for the stat block if there's 4 of them against this particular party.
I'm surprised you're not going to throw like 8 because it's us and we're ridiculous. Especially now. Oh, God.
Yeah, I made stat blocks for Anthony, and then the session I gave them to him, he's like, let's give them all artifacts. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, we're completely askew. Floaty shield.
Floaty shield? Yes. Yes, you have floaty shield.
Snickers.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Oh, it's that one. Okay, no.
Oh, shit, Rika's going.
Actually, yes, we will do that one. We'll use that step block. Okay. Plus. Well, that's pants. Okay. Highest is 20. Yes. With Rika on 20. And then followed by, oh well, every rolls a kind of low.
Yeah.
Keezer is next on 14. And then I pull up my helmet, very nice. Nightwatch on 14. And Malrock on 12. Scarlet on 10. Is the second roll for Nightwatch actually Marceline?
Yes.
Yeah, the 8 is Marceline.
So Marcy on 8. Blood Dancer on 6.
Mm-hmm.
The Knights of Havana on 9. Okay. Woot. So Rika gets to go first.
How many of them are there exactly?
4 more approach. Sorry, 2 more approach, making 4 altogether as you begin.
Okay. So Rika's going to take 1 step forward and disappear. As I cast Steal 1 Strike. It targets up to 5 creatures. And I make each one.
Choose up to 5 creatures. Make a melee spell attack against each target. On a hit, a target takes 6d10 force damage. Alright. Go for it.
"17 is the lowest.
Yeah, fuck it. All of those hit.
Okay. $32 damage.
32. To each of them.
Yep. Yeah, that's it. He steps forward and disappeared. And he appears right behind them, and they all receive a giant cut across their chest.
And you appear within 5 feet of one of them, yes?
Yeah, towards the back.
Okay.
Did I got anything? Nope. That's my turn.
Yep. As a reaction, the one that you are within 5 feet of is going to backhand you.
Ouch.
And
Yeah, that's our wizard. That guy within melee.
yes.
I'm going to turn around like, shut up!
The 25 hits, yes?
No, it doesn't hit the wizard. Yeah.
So you take 27 points of damage and need to make a con save.
Make a what?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. What, Malrock? Next thing you're going to do is say, "Hey, our cleric is back there in the tin can."
You are stunned.
Okay, I got my turn off, so that's fine.
Kiza.
Okay.
I'm not muted. Cool. I'm going to walk up to the closest one, and I'm going to attack it 6 times.
Okay.
As I burn my action surge.
All right then. Gold titanium alloy. Very nice. Okay. 4 of those hit. 1 of them is a critical.
Okay. Okay. So that would be. That would be 10d6.
Steel with a darkwood endo.
Malroth was asking what knowledge is made out of.
10. We did 72. A couple more levels in it. Oh, that would have been great. Well.
Oh my gosh!
109. On top of the 32 it had already taken.
That would be 141 total on that one.
Yeah. Let me do the math.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Sorry.
Okay. So that knight looks immediately not only bloody, but like he's on his last legs. But he is going to take a reaction.
Can I take my bonus action?
In a minute. Does a 20 hit?
A 20 misses.
20 misses. Okay, go ahead and take your bonus action. So,
Cool. I scored a critical hit, so I get to make another attack.
Yep. How much damage do you do? $28. 1 knight down, and as he as he falls unconscious, he appears to the shining armor, the blonde hair, the chiseled features, all of that fades, and laying in his place is a fairly nondescript middle-aged man.
And I assume that when when Tiza walked up to it, it was the, cross, vertical, horizontal, then, just whatever. Just the typical large sword fighting nonsense. But that's movement, action, bonus action, so that's my turn.
Nice. Night Watch. There are 3 still standing.
Okay. She is going to cast Spirit Guardian on herself.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have it be at 4th level.
4th level. Okay.
So as in with my book, it'll be upcast to be 5d8, and I'm gonna walk towards them.
So 6 for the wisdom save. 16, 16, and 22.
The 22 passes.
Ooh, I have advantage. I'm sorry. I could have do that.
Oh dear.
Okay, so it's still the best rolls are still 16, 16, and 22. So only the 22 passes, you said?
Yeah.
All right. How much damage do they take?
15 each.
Okay. Including the one that passed?
Would he get half or?
Yes.
Okay.
So
that would be 7. Okay. And that's your action. You got anything else up your sleeve, Nightwatch?
I guess as a bonus, would me being able to channel divinity, is that a bonus action or?
No.
Do
certain channel divinities are, but I'm pretty sure the ones that you have are an action.
Then I guess I'll do Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay. Cool.
It creates a 30-foot sphere and it lasts for a minute, and it gives temporary HP. D6 plus my cleric level of anyone of my choosing.
Mm-hmm.
6 plus 13. So I got 6 temp HP, and anyone else within 30 feet of me that's an ally as well.
Very nice.
And they're also immune to being charmed or frightened.
Awesome. Malrock.
Haha, my time to shine.
Yes. Go ahead and shine.
I'm going to my Spirit Shroud for radiant damage, and then I will attack with my halberd.
Go for it. Both of those hit. How much damage do you do?
And I'll go ahead and add on a level 2 Divine Smite.
Okay. 54.
They need to do the con save.
Con save. Is this a magical effect?
yeah.
Disintegrate.
Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. Holy shit! He had advantage and still got a nat 1. He got 2 nat 1s.
Taylor was really like, not today, homie.
Uh-huh.
Is it a 10d6 plus 60?
I'm sorry?
Great.
I looked up.
You want to know what the disintegrate damage is?
Yeah.
It is 10d6 plus 40.
40. Okay.
Yeah,
I was close.
26 plus 40. $67. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. He crumbles to dust. You don't get to see what Who he had been. All that's left is an amulet. Okay. Scarlet. You go ahead and wreak some havoc, Scarlet. There's 2 knights left. One of them is slightly more injured than the other.
May as well go after the slightly more injured one.
Nice. So are you going to use your great axe or your claws?
Claws.
Claws. Okay. So yeah, 3 iterations of d20 plus 10 with advantage because I'm assuming you're attacking with reckless rage.
Why not?
2 of those hit, so that's gonna be yeah. Oh, do you crit on 19s? No, you don't. Okay, so it's 2d6 plus 16 plus 2d4. $25 points of damage.
Is there a thing to turn a 19 into a 20? I think it's a or something.
You don't have that, I'm afraid.
It's subclasses that
you do have Savage Attacker, which lets you re-roll the damage if you want. So if you want to see if you can roll, because you got 2 1s in there. If you want to re-roll,
how many times can I do that?
You have to accept the second roll. So if you want to re-roll, I would keep the 4 from your 2d4. But if you wanted to re-roll 2d6s and 1d4, see if you can do better than 25, by all means.
I'm going to do that. Do I put the plus 16 as well?
Oh, I can add that. That's fine. I'll do the math on that.
Okay.
So just 2d6 and 1d4.
Yeah, I almost forgot the plus.
Okay, so we got the 1 up to a 2. We turned the 1... okay, so... yeah. You ended up increasing your damage by a total of 3. So you did 28 instead of 25. Very cool. So that would be... yeah. Okay. He bloody. Anything better is better. Yes, anything better is better. You are quite right. You can also force them to make a wisdom save with your infectious fury if you'd like. And if you succeed, then you can either force them to take an additional 2d12 psychic damage, or use their reaction to make a melee attack against the only other knight still standing. May the light payload show you the way back to the right and noble path. Very nice.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay. Wisdom save plus... 19. Sadly, they pass. Not by much, though. The DC 17, so... May you see the light as you're guided to the afterlife. Alright. Knights! So...
No, Knights back away.
Okay, so he... that's the dude that's unconscious stays unconscious. The knight that is within 5 feet of Rika
Has advantage.
they're just going to reach out and touch you. And
Please, I don't consent.
sorry,
I don't consent.
you don't
Does that
consent. You can't consent. You're stunned. There's nothing you can do about this. So you take 35 points of necrotic damage, and that dude gains that same amount of temporary hit points.
Is that a spell?
No. It's an ability called Life Leech. Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please, Rika?
I cannot make a con save.
There you go. Oh, I see.
No.
You rolled a 9. Yeah. Your hit point maximum is also reduced by 35. The other knight, who is in melee with Scarlet, is going to...
Sucks to be you.
Hey, that got us here. I'm the reason this all happened.
I'm just fucking around, man.
I know. I am the weakest party member.
You are the weakest
What's that
one.
thing?
Oh boy, Scarlet does a 25 and a 26 hit.
I'm pretty sure those hit Scarlet. Yes. Very much so.
Yeah, Malrock, your lay on hands isn't going to be able to increase his max HP. The only way to get that back is a long rest.
Yeah.
Greater Restoration.
Oh, Greater Restoration, yeah. So, the knight hits you with a very hard slap, and with the other hand zaps you, doing a total of 53 points of lightning and force damage. Could you please make a Constitution saving throw, Scarlet?
Pew pew pew. Yeah.
Is that halved because I'm raging?
Nope, because unfortunately you're not the type of barbarian that can half lightning and force damage. Only bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, sadly.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah.
That's an effective pass. You are not stunned. Yay.
Yeah.
At the end of the knight's turn, Rika is no longer stunned. Marcy.
Oh, it's till the end of its turn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Marcy's gonna, I guess, yeah, she's just gonna take out one of her toys, presumably one of the hard plastic ones, and just throw it at one of these guys in the face, giving the next person in combat advantage on an attack. We want to save the sun!
And then Blood Dancer. Sean.
Yep, I thought I pressed the unmute button, but I pressed the other one. Would you mind getting up the Spirit Shroud spell, please?
which is called Wrath of the Spirits of the Dead. It is an extra 1d8. And, yeah. If you would also... Yeah.
Okay. So I do an extra d8. Any creature that takes this damage can't regain hit points until the end of the next turn.
And it's 1d8 per hit.
Yeah. So bonus action Spirit Shroud.
Black Razor says haste.
Yes. Black Razor, I'm guessing, is very excited right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What's that thing I need to put on to absorb the soul when I kill them?
Try and kill them first, and we'll worry about that later.
Okay. I want to attack one that's already looking fairly low on health.
All right. Well, there's one in melee with Scarlet, which looks like the worst damaged. The one that's in melee with Rika seems to be almost... He had taken some damage, but he seems to be almost fresh as a daisy again.
Alright.
So do you want to kill Steal from Scarlet, or do you want to help the wizard?
I will help out Rika.
Cool.
These guys can heal, I can stop that.
Go for it.
Okay, so haste, and I think I have...
It basically gives you 3 attacks?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, the type of bard you are... type of bard you are gets an extra attack anyway, and the haste gives you an extra one. So 3 iterations of d20 plus 10.
Okay. 3d20. 10. 19, 19, and 27.
All 3 of those hit. For the damage, you're going to get to do... let's see.
Oh, I just remembered you would have had advantage.
You would have had advantage? Okay, do you want to roll those?
Mark.
Oh, yeah, because of the squeaky toy to the face. Yeah, do you want to roll those again? See if you roll better?
Yep. 3 d20 plus 10.
Okay. So it's still 19, 19, and 27. So you don't... Yeah, so you get to do 6d6 plus 21, plus an additional 2d6 if you want to burn one of your bardic inspirations.
I will.
But I think you're now out of bardic inspirations.
I have 1 left.
Okay.
I might as well use it.
Go for it. 48. So, the one that healed himself back up is now more badly injured than they had been before they healed. Nice.
Blood Dancer's purple eye flares up excitedly.
Rika, you now have an ally within 5 feet of you in the form of Blood Dancer. What do you
Rika is pissed, and he grabs onto the throat of this guy.
Ooh, okay. Still a roll to hit, right?
Does a 21 hit.
Oh, hell yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
As I cast a Vampire Touch.
Vampire Touch. Very nice.
3d6.
So you're gonna pull the life back out of him.
Yep.
10.
Yep. 10 necrotic damage. And actually, I'm going to use my book.
Use your book.
Yep. So he actually takes 13, and he's knocked prone.
So he slumps to the ground. Okay.
So I grab him by his throat and slam him into the ground.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
What's hitting them with a book gonna do? Apparently, knock him to the ground. Rika.
So there's a dude sitting on the ground,
There's
and then there's what?
There's one dude on the ground, and the other one's fighting.
And one fighting our, and then there's the one fighting our barbarian.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let our barbarian vent their rage on the one they're fighting, and I'm gonna go smack the one on the ground 3 times.
All right, with advantage, because prone.
Yep.
Oh, that's going to need a number.
Don't mess with the visuals in this book. That's 3 hits, one of which is critical. Why do you keep getting crits, Keezer?
Because I'm a champion fighter. I'm gonna go ahead and roll my bonus action attack.
Okay.
I think Quiza's cheating. Someone check her dice.
Okay, and that's a 19, and that also hits. That's 4 hits. One of
For
which
some
is
reason,
critical.
I thought that was a normal 19. I was about to get really excited.
That's it. No,
Okay.
It's a dirty 19. It's a
Yep. I see that now. Okay. So there's once again.
How can digital dice be dirty?
How can a what?
How can digital dice be dirty?
How can digital dice be dirty? Because it's slang for a not natural.
I know.
Would you rather I said augmented?
That sounds worse somehow.
Yeah. Or plastic? You know? As opposed to natural. Hey, it's a silicone 19.
I don't know what's going on. Okay. So that's right. Okay. Yeah.
It's a fake 19. 105!
Hold on.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So, you see what you've done, Anthony.
He's not even here.
So that knight is also down, and a a little old woman lays on the ground where the knight had been. And
Yeah.
night watch.
Night Watch is gonna look at, like, what the heck, Havana.
What the fuck, Havana?
An old woman?
I mean,
Okay,
the true question is...
Is there any that are still alive?
I'm sorry?
Is there any of them still alive?
Technically, 2 of them, the two that are unconscious are still breathing for the moment. The only one that's dead is the one that Malrock turned to fucking dust.
There's one still fighting a Scarlet fighting.
Yeah, the one fighting
Okay.
Scarlet is still appears to be a knight as opposed to a random freaking commoner.
Okay, I'm gonna try and try to find the amulet they're wearing and yeet it off of them.
Okay. I mean, you can't see it at the moment, unless you have some way of seeing through the illusion.
Actually, yeah, boop them with my sword.
Boop it with your sword. Okay.
And the Moonblade can cast Dispel Magic on a magical effect.
Nice. Rolled it. 31. You dispel the magic, and a very confused-looking boy of about 13 is stood where the knight had been.
I just look towards the direction of Havana. I'm like, screw you for child soldiers!
What? Where am I? What happened? Where's my mom?
Okay, sweetheart, I'm gonna need you to, okay, you're gonna stay with us for the moment until we find you somewhere safe.
He looks around at the group of you, seeing a crazed half-elf orcish clown thing, a mechanical person, someone who is literally on fire, looks like some sort of fiend, and a half-dragon.
That is currently blood crazed.
Indeed. Yeah, and the Black Knight. Yeah. This child is just goes, fuck no. No. I'm not staying with you. Are you mad? You little gay monsters.
Okay, if you don't want to stay with us, just leave the city as fast as possible.
Yeah, he legs it.
Okay.
Does anybody want to make an opportunity attack?
It's a child. No. Brace DM with freezing cold ice water.
The problem is Woodrika at this moment.
Marceline throws like a plushie at him.
Okay, technically it's Malrock's turn. What do you want to do? I'll be too busy questioning myself. Scarlet, your knight turned into a boy and then ran away. What are you going to do? What would a crazed magma method do?
Can I still see him?
The boy? Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anybody around? I was thinking of hitting him with my fire breath, but I don't want to hit anybody else.
Yeah.
Oh dear God!
Go for it. Chase him down and foosh him. The kid gets a 3 on their dex save. Go ahead and do your, I believe it would be 4d6 at this point.
Oh.
Roll it.
I thought it was the bad guy that turned into a child.
That's what Scarlet would think. That's fine. Go for it. You do have.
In reality, it was
I don't want to do that now.
It's not you. It's the angry magma method.
It was a child that was turned into a villain. So is it still a villain?
But I don't want to hear about it.
You are. Remember, your character is technically evil. There we go. The boy screams in agony as he burns, collapsing first to his knees and then slumping forward. Even as he stops screaming, the flames go out, revealing a blackened corpse. He did.
I smell pork roast.
So, yeah. So 2 of the knights are dead, and the other 2 are unconscious.
I was gonna say, I think that one's dead, Nightwatch.
No, he had possibilities. He had a future.
I'm going to go up to the ones that aren't dead, and I'm gonna start joining them.
You're gonna start what?
Joining them with vampiric touch.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are you going to go for the middle-aged man or the old woman?
The regular-looking man I'm going to go to. Because during the alignment change, he did go to chaotic evil, so...
And who wants to coup de grace the old woman, then?
I lift the visor on my helmet
Okay.
and spit on the amulet of Havana.
The one amongst the ashes.
No, the one on the old lady.
Okay. You don't remove it, you just spit on it.
Mm-hmm.
Fair.
Because I don't want to touch the thing. I'm afraid if I try to remove it with my sword or something, I'll wind up killing her.
Blood Dancer is asking if anybody has Revivify or Raise Dead or something.
Nope.
I have raised it, but I need a diamond, I think.
Yeah.
Do I have any diamonds?
Shine bright like a diamond. Or enough gold to cover the cost of one.
Oh, I easily have enough gold. I'm not sure if you'd allow any of that to be in diamonds, though.
Yeah, I'll count it as... Yeah, it's fine. Just remove the gold value.
The kids burnt to a crisp, though. Would it be fair to bring them back?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If you revivify him, he's still going to be suffering from...
He's going to be like, what's his name from My Hero Academia with the burnt face?
Roki?
No, his brother. Blue flame guy.
He's going to be a charred mess.
Dobby. He's going to be like Dobby.
Right. I kind of want to crush the whatever it is, the necklacey thing.
The amulet?
Yeah, but I don't know how to do that with that. Like, would it absorb the magic I used it with?
It's a possibility. I mean, they are bad. Those particular amulets have been. They are in a setting. They should be relatively stable life glass shards. Does that make sense?
Probably be best to take it off of them first.
So, which one? Whose amulet are you going to grab? The one in the ashes? The one on the charred corpse? The one on the old woman?
Or the one Rick's feasting on.
Yeah, the one that yeah, I mean, obviously the one that Rika is draining the life out of is beyond help. But
the one on the old woman.
okay, as you reach out for the amulet, let's have a look. Make a wisdom save.
Ah, fluff. I'm terrible at these.
How close is he to Malrock?
That's up to Martin. 14. Alright, you feel the amulet feels comforting, warm, welcoming. Like all you have to do is put it on, and you'll belong to something bigger, something better, something you always wanted.
Blood Dancer looks drowsy, like he's about to fall asleep. Someone knock some sense into him, please.
Yeah, anybody could see. Like, they take the amulet off and they are pausing, and you see an expression cross their face, as if
I chuck the body at her.
You'll do what now?
I chuck the body at him.
Roll the hit.
I don't.
Is there any similarity between that and Grandma's amulet?
I'm sorry?
Is there any similarity between the one that he has and Grandma's amulet?
The Havana amulets are less pretty. Like the setting is much more functional. Like it basically looks like they've just taken a chunk of relatively raw life glass and wrapped it in bound it in silver and lead wire, whilst the grandma's amulets have a proper gem setting, and the crystal is cut nice and everything, So it's similar, like it's clearly a similar gemstone, but it's much more rough and ready.
More industrial in feel.
More homemade.
Is Rita going to backhand Blood
Yes,
Dancer?
but first, what people would see Rika sort of this corpse in the general direction of Blood Dancer, and it like flop uselessly to the ground about 2 feet from him.
Yeah.
I wonder if Magister had a version of the amulets and if they could be useful.
Stop giving the DM ideas.
He kind of did, but he had a different use for them.
He sold them to people in reality.
He what?
He sold life skills to people in reality, so he probably funded everyone else.
What did Magister do with Nightwatch's Heartstone? Yep, there you go, Balrock, you got it. So, Kisa, go ahead and do a unarmed strike. Yep, that hits. And does 6 points of damage, but knocks sense into Blood Dancer.
Ah,
No touchy magic amulets.
drops the amulet as if he'd just been caught with his hand in the cookie jar.
Starts bashing it with my sword.
Don't. Oh my god.
I'm using my sword to dispel the magic of it.
Life glass containing an amulet safe. Life glass free. Dangerous.
You say that, and it explodes.
No.
Okay, fine, I won't do it.
Yeah, you don't want to break the wiring around it. That's a good point.
I think somebody who proposes of eating people with life glass would know better than to play with life glass.
He won. I've never
Can
had
I eat
formal education.
You've never had to what?
I never had formal education. I have more street smarts than educational smarts.
I'm pretty sure that you were the education.
Yeah. Can't you just the information?
What was that, Malrock?
Can't you just download the information?
No. Look, to be perfectly honest, I don't even know where I keep my memories.
There is no
And even good grief, I don't even know if I have a soul.
Technically, you've got a couple of them.
Hey guys, can I have the magic off of the life glass? I'm a little hungry still.
Yeah, sure. Obviously, I can't be trusted with these things, and I don't fancy being backhanded again.
So, Rika, what are you planning on doing with the life glass?
He's gonna pick it up and he's gonna try using the vampiric touch on it.
Yeah. As you pick it up, I want you to make a wisdom save.
He actually has done this before. And we found out that because of his background, he's the one person in the group that doesn't want to forget everything. But I can make another wisdom.
I hate doing dishes.
Let me see. Say this. Are you close to me, Marok?
You can add your. Oh yeah, you're not an artificer. I'm sorry.
No. What's your save? Bang. What? Plus 3. Okay.
So it's plus 7 altogether. Yeah, you're fine. So.
Yeah, you're the walk. Hey, I took a lot of hits in that fight. I think I did good as a walking shield, even though it brought me down to 16 HP.
Oh yeah, do you need healing?
Oh no, that's what my feasting was me healing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. As you try to draw energy from the Havana amulet, can you make a charisma save? Again, you get to add the Malrock's plus 3. So that would make it a plus 2 for you.
Oh, I'm proficient with wisdom. My bonus should have been higher.
No. I said charisma.
No, for the previous roll.
Yeah, that was a plus 7 altogether.
Yeah.
I see. You only did a plus 2. It should have been a plus 7.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I thought I knew I had a -1, but I forgot I had proficiency.
This one's +2. So you got an 11. You find your sense of self sort of shrinking, being pushed to the back of your mind as another mind takes control and addresses the rest of the group directly. You hear the voice of Havana come from Rika's throat as he says, "You really shouldn't have interfered with my plans. We could have all been friends. You could have lived out the rest of your days blissful, happy, content, belonging, family. But instead, you have chosen to defy me."
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
You will regret this.
Relax.
Nah. Rich coming from the guy that uses old women and children as weapons.
They came to me willingly.
You used a child as a weapon. Willing or not, it's a child.
He wanted to help protect my people.
It's a child. Children should not be fighting in wars.
He didn't. He was merely a conduit for my power. You fought me, not him.
You used him, his body.
He consented.
He's a child. How old was this kid, Magister?
Who you asking?
Blood Dancer is asking Magister how old was the actual kid.
Magister's not with you.
Sorry, I meant Havana.
You yourself recognize the kid as being about 13. If assuming he's human.
Like 10, 11, 12.
It's irrelevant now. You've killed him.
That never would have happened if you hadn't brought a bloody 10-year-old to fight.
He wasn't 10. It also wouldn't have happened if you had accepted what I had to offer. Bliss for the rest of your days. No need to worry or concern yourself with anything.
You are taking
Doesn't that
away.
sound nice?
You're taking away someone's free will.
No, I'm not. They come to me willingly. They willingly surrender their free will.
You sure about that? Because when I touched that necklace, that didn't really feel willing. That felt like I was being charmed.
Kids can't consent, it's not willing.
It's a choice. I may be persuasive, but it's still a choice.
I know a charm when I feel one.
Well, if it was a charm, it wouldn't have worked in the presence of your paladin.
Flips him off. How are we going to get this necklace off?
It's not on me.
Yeah, you're holding it. You're drawing energy from it.
Yeah.
And that's why he's possessed you.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
I know what Kiza would do.
What would Kiza do?
I swing my sword down and chop the hand off.
Roll the hit.
Wait, Rika's hand off?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ooh. I hope.
Nat 20.
Holy hell!
Hand.
But yeah, that does it. That does it. Hand off. So Rika, suddenly you feel like the pain and the shock drive Havana out, leaving you screaming in agony and looking down at the stump where your hand used to be.
Rika, I'm not going to do it because I don't want to hurt people's ears, but Rika, like, at the top of her lungs is like, what did I say about no touchy the magic amulets?
Can I cast wounds on Rika's
Yes, please do. Please cap off the blood flow.
Can you roll damage?
Yeah, how much damage did you do with that Kiza?
Oh crap! Because that is a critical, so that makes it 4d6.
Yeah.
But notice that was a plus 13, not a plus 8, meaning I am not using the full extent of my great weapon master.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't think Cure Wound attaches limbs, Malrock.
No, it doesn't. No.
bleeding.
That's still a retarded amount of damage.
24.
You took out half my HP in one hit.
How? Yeah, that's appropriate. I have mending. Mending's not gonna work unless he.
I don't know if anything will work on nervous systems.
Okay.
Okay,
so Blood Dancer restores 10 points of damage. The bleeding stops. The stump heals up, but it's still a stump. You're gonna have to regrow that limb.
Yeah.
Or get a prosthetic.
I don't even have mage hands, so I was like,
regeneration
I
spell would. Yeah.
I don't have that spell.
No, you'd have to go to somebody who does. Rika, do you pick up your hand?
Yeah, I pick up my hand, like...
I was not expecting this level of chaos. Alright.
Rika turns to you very, very slowly, like...
Need a hand, Rika?
He's got one there now.
With the quotes, this is awesome.
It's just, I just think that's how my character would react. It's like,
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's perfect. So, I imagine the old lady would have died during all of this. So,
That's not very handy.
Oh
my god.
No.
Oh my goodness. If there's anybody else around, like if there's any common people around, he's just going to look at them and go, if you don't want some, run.
Yeah, any of the market stall people that were still packing up are just gonna fuck off. They're not even. They're leaving their worldly possessions behind and legging it.
Oh my god.
Okay, Risa, I have it's not been 10 minutes, so I could theoretically put your hand back on. By using science.
Science!
Are you smart enough to use science?
What do you got?
Well, medicine is a wisdom skill, so theoretically, yes.
Yeah.
Y'all are so lucky I don't have to hold my spell book.
So you're gonna
You thought you don't have to hold your spell book.
My spell book can float.
Is Nightwatch is gonna perform surgery to stitch the hand back on?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some medicine checking.
Go for it.
Gonna put guns on myself.
Ironically, oh wait, no, never mind. Medicine isn't. Yeah.
Okay, now do you want your ritual hand, a robot hand, or a woman's hand?
No. It's you're gonna sew his hand back on, and then you'll use healing word or something to actually get it to knit back together.
Yeah, I'll do that. Healing word. I should probably do better to do cure wounds.
Right. That makes sense. It's a touch. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, I suggest you guys find somewhere relatively safe to heal up a little bit before the next wave of bullshit comes.
I can
Short
cast a
rest.
tiny hut. Or we can step into someone's cabin or something.
I think the ships themselves are going to rise before 8 hours because they are spell jammers.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's not just them.
So, like, I think we may have time for a short rest.
It depends. I mean, if you do a tiny hut, you could sit there and watch through the bubble, and be completely unaffected unless somebody deliberately dispels your tiny hut.
Thing is, I don't think 2 of our party members would do that.
I have tiny hut. I can cast it.
No, I mean 2 party members wouldn't sit by and watch the fight happen.
If they need to heal, they might want to sleep.
Scarlet? Does Scarlet need to heal?
Yeah,
that's my concern, is Scarlet known for battle.
Scarlet did take some damage in that fight.
Yeah.
Because it was.
I don't necessarily need to heal, but I could heal.
Like,
Yeah,
we need heal. If we heal, we only need a short rest because we have hit dice.
I can still, regardless, set up a tiny hut and we could watch it until we're healed up enough to rejoin the fight.
Yeah. And, you could stay in there for 2 to 3 hours. And then it will disappear after Blood Dancer leaves. In fact, if you wanted to be absolute freaking assholes, Blood Dancer could stay in the tiny hut, keeping it up, while the rest of you pop out, attack something, and pop back in before they can hurt you back.
Yeah.
We aren't going to cheese the game. We're overpowered. We don't need... Actually, Rika might cheese the game. He's not that strong. He was one shot.
Yeah. Blood Dancer... Well, I find a nice little spot, maybe on a hill or something.
Okay, you're still in the middle of the town. Are you going to leave the city to set up your tiny hut, or are you just going to set it up right here in the town square?
Guys, do you want me to set up the tiny hut here, or do you want to go elsewhere?
We should probably have a good view of what's happening.
I'm gonna say, where do we think that the main battle is going to take place? We want to basically put ourselves right there.
The gate?
In that case, you want to put it in front of the gate?
Yeah.
There we go. That works.
I wonder how many of the folks from here stuck around to fight.
Well, you don't know yet. But there might
Yep.
be. There are certain factions that might decide to have stuck around.
The cult.
Sorry?
The cult.
The count?
The cult.
C-U-L-T.
The cult.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the C-U-N-T.
No.
In fact, as we're hanging in the hut, does anyone come and annoy us in the little
Let me
tiny...
get to that. Let me get to that. First of all, you're all okay with Blood Dancer setting up the tiny hut right in front of the fortified gate that leads to Havana?
Okay, maybe toward the side of it so it can still open?
Why do you want it to be able to open?
Never mind.
Yeah, they can't open the gate, I guess, so we should be directly where the seam to the door is.
Just put the tiny hut right there on the where the two doors meet.
It's like you're not.
It's about to basically make it so that it's harder for them to push us en masse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they can't open the gate, they can't send anybody else out at you.
So we can prepare. Yeah.
Door
Sounds like a
stop.
good idea.
Doorstop strategy.
You know what this sounds like? You know how in Pokemon dragon types are effective against dragon types?
Yeah.
I think door is super effective against door.
Can we just slide a little note saying, "We will leave if you give us back the sun"?
We'll let you out if we can get our sun back. Can we have our ball back, please?
You can have your door if we get our sun.
Topping. That's assuming that the gate doesn't open inwards.
Slide it under the
doesn't.
door.
It doesn't. It's designed to be a fortified defense. It opens outwards.
Yeah, because going inwards is actually quite bad for an army.
Yeah, if it was designed to open inwards, it would be a lot easier to besiege it, in theory.
Yeah. So, we rest. And Rika is giving Quiza a hard stare the whole time.
She will take her helmet off, return the stare, and give this not the end style creepy smile, but like a really warm, friendly smile with the hard stare of I'd do it again in a heartbeat to save your mind.
Okay.
So what have we all learned today? That maybe we don't mess with magic amulets.
Magic's my whole thing. You may have a sword. You guys have swords and stuff. I got magic. That's it.
I think clearly you are not very good at it.
Oh!
But let's not go that far, okay?
Oh!
He's been, like, very useful when it comes to his abilities of magic gets over his, like, level.
Either that or he's suffering from some sort of performance anxiety.
Oh. Oh.
Burn.
Have a cookie.
By the way, Zane, I am truly sorry. I have been in a mood today, and
No, it's fine. I do not mind stuff like this with my characters. Do not feel the need to apologize.
Malrock is saying to Rika, well, if magic is your whole thing, magic is out of this situation. Don't rag on the wizard because he has a limp wand. Oh!
Do you have any
Blood Dancers in Stitches watching this.
Mm-hmm.
oh god.
I need another sword. I need one of your swords, please.
No.
I wasn't talking to you, jerk face.
Nightwatch, do you have a spare, simple longsword you could lend to the wizard? I think you do.
I got a warhammer, and I got a lightbringer with me.
What happened to your basic longsword? Do you not carry that anymore?
Technically, Fear has that because of the bow. And I don't think she ever got her weapons back, so she's been using that, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, like Blood Dancer has a dagger, maybe. And so
I have.
No,
I
any
gave-
weapon's fine. Doesn't need to be a specific thing.
I have a rapier, although it would be retextured as a scimitar to Blood Dancer.
I'll take the rapier.
You can borrow this for now. Hands a rather fancy looking weapon you've probably never seen before, but it vaguely resembles a scimitar.
Yeah, it's probably you're basically trying to describe a katana, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Katana. This is called a katana. It's quite similar to your rapiers, but as you can see, it's a slightly different weapon.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's the spell I
One
need?
from a noble a few years back.
Okay, there's the spell I need. Okay.
What you David?
Well, I have to wait for the fight, but magic's off the table. He's going to have to use swordsmanship.
Okay. So
Why is magic
you're
off the table?
sorry?
Why is magic off the table?
They just yelled at me for using magic.
No. They've yelled at you for handling a magical amulet.
No, Nightwatch said, well, magic's off the table, so you better get used to it. Or something along that line. Someone did.
Nope.
You
don't know.
can still have the rapier just in case.
Yeah.
You use your magic spells, but on the off chance someone casts dispel magic on you, having a pointy object will be useful.
Anyway. So you're going to take it in. Are you taking it in shifts to keep watch, or are you all just sleeping at once, or what you doing?
Night watch, full night watch.
That's true. Nightwatch can actually go on standby sentry mode whilst everyone else sleeps. True. Okay. So Night Watch, being that you are somewhat aware of your surroundings even when you are getting your long rest, thanks to your sentry's rest, you would be able to see it when the ships begin arriving. Maybe 2 to 3 hours later. Actually, yeah, it'd be a little more than that. It'd be more like... Yeah, you'd be coming to the end of your own 6 hours when the ships start showing up. You see that they fly with the intention of flying over Havana itself, but there's some sort of barrier where the where the grey sky of Skelbony meets the blue sky of Havana. They can't actually pass that border. So the ships begin descending, mirroring themselves on the mountains, and the Wakernians disembarking and making camp in the mostly abandoned city of Gate.
Oh.
And to make things even more interesting, you see a white and red coloured dragon appear and perch on the crest of the mountain to the north side of the city of Gate.
Red.
White and red.
White and red.
I heard the white and red, but the red part is important for Rika.
Interesting. That is soon followed by a white and blue, a red and green, a red and blue, a green and white, a black and white, a black and blue, a blue and green, and and then a black and red. So 10 dragons, 5 on each side. And then as everybody's still staring up at these dragons, the creatures that haven't been seen by anyone living in centuries, another dragon, a 3-headed dragon with a figure in a resplendent raiment riding on its back, flies into view and actually comes down fairly close to the gate. You see Oriana, the ruler of Wakernia, approach this dragon as the figure on its back dismounts. As the king of Wakernia officially meets the emperor of Chaitan.
What?
Blood Dancer is muttering in a mix of his native language, Abyssal, and Common
Are we supposed to fight the dragons too, or like what are they doing here?
Those are the Chipanian dragons, but I don't recognize the three-headed one. That seems to be buddy with our big boss.
Why are there two? Why are they two different colors?
3 different colors.
No, he's talking about the other 10. Why are they all bicolored?
The Chipan dragons are hybrids. They're all hybrids.
Yeah.
I guess life finds a way.
That one there and that one there, those 2 are siblings. They hate each other. How many of the Chipan dragons are siblings? Because I'm guessing they're not all related.
No, they're not all related. So they're going to point out that the white and red one is Matsuhiro. He's noble. He's steadfast. He's he leads the disciplined armies of Chaipan. Wisenshi is the blue and white. He's the lawmaker. Bokir is the blue and red, and he's the weapons designer and tinkerer. The dragon's wearing fucking goggles.
Yeah.
Shizen is the green and white, and the nature lover, nature worshipper, really, and they tend to be the most caring and life-giving. The red and green, that's Banjin, and he's an absolute fucking beast. He will fight anyone, anything, anytime. He just loves to fight. The black and white is the ruler of the undead in Chaipan.
Yeah, that's our undead guy. He's pretty chill. Wonder if he brought any of his vampires with him.
Tanako is the black and blue. He's the spy master.
Yeah, don't trust a word that guy says. He will make you somehow defeat yourself. And he cheats at poker.
Zokyo, the green and white, is the biomancer. He's the one who he encourages his people to modify themselves, usually with fishy parts. And then there's Kinoko. He's the poison master, the master alchemist. And then the black and red Mazoku, Lord of Chaos, and having way too much fun.
From him, he might pick on his own allies just for the fun of it. He's probably tried it at least 3 times on the way here.
We're so going to die, says Malrock.
Yeah.
After you see the 2 rulers have a brief tete-a-tete, they approach the bubble of the tiny hut and all the gate that's standing behind you. Fuck.
Rika's standing behind Malrock like, shut up, don't say a word, don't do nothing, this ain't your place.
Oriana, who you see actually has a fucking tiger padding alongside of her, says, would one of you either come out and talk or drop this stupid magic dome?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, weren't we going to keep it up? Wait.
Yeah, so you need to stay in there, Blood Dancer, to keep the tiny hut up.
I'll walk out, because why not at this point?
So Kiza's gonna come out, alright?
Who's
Ariana's gonna raise an eyebrow, because they haven't seen Kiza before, because you didn't go in the palace. Who are you? She growls.
You may call me Kiza. I am the current representative of the group you met in your palace.
Aye. Well, one of your colleagues convinced us that there is an enemy to fight here, and it appears that reinforcements from their home country have also been called to hand Havana his ass. But we can't seem to get into Havana over the mountains, so we need to go through the gate that you're currently blocking.
Yeah. We were just sort of waiting for your arrival. We will get out of the way momentarily. I'm pretty sure. Because I don't fancy. In her mind, she's just going. I don't fancy fighting this. That's an army of high-tech warriors and dragons. Even I'm not that stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go. So, yes, I am. I have above average intelligence and wisdom. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know we agreed to put the tiny hut here, but I also don't think we can argue with two very powerful nations. Puff.
Yeah, Kiza comes back in and goes, we need to get out of the way so that they can bust the gate down, or they're going to get busted down.
Sounds good.
Puff and runs away from the gate.
Mazoku yells at you in your own language. What are you doing here, you fucking idiot?
Causing chaos. What does it look like, boss?
Yeah. Good.
As you can see, I've been hard at work.
Let's get this gate down, shut.
How many times did you try and betray the Emperor on the way here?
Dude.
Who?
Not in front of the other dragons.
Ah.
But anyway, at the Emperor and the King of Wakernia address their troops, and after a few barked orders, you end up with pretty much all of Wakernia's laser rifles and every breath weapon of the dragons being turned on the gate.
That gate ain't standing.
After a ridiculous amount of energy is poured into the fortified gate, the dragons stop. The laser blast stops shortly afterwards. The stone around the gate and the ground beneath it is charred and blackened. The gate looks unharmed.
I say you go through the mountain itself. Literally, destroy the mountain.
That's not possible.
Can I try divine intervention for the door to open?
I'm sorry?
Wait, I have this.
You gonna try knock?
Yeah. I tap the door, knock.
What? Are you casting the spell, Knock?
The spell, knock.
Maybe we should try that.
Seeing them all try, I just walk over and I just knock on the door and then walk away.
I'm going to pull up the spell. Blood Dancer, are you asking that out loud and in character?
Yes.
You don't get a direct answer, but you find you find yourself compelled to look towards the three-headed dragon. And there's something about that creature that you feel was the one that brought them all together.
Bluff. Did the Emperor get his rear end handed to him by that guy?
Judging by the fact that the Emperor was riding the dragon, it seems to be more of a symbiotic relationship rather than ownership, you know?
Yeah.
Queezer, you know more about royal and negotiations than I probably do.
Okay, I'm sensing an ask here.
Things happened whilst I've been away. How is everybody suddenly getting on? Those two seem like besties.
Adversity, war, these all make strange bedfellows. People will throw away their differences to battle a common enemy before going back to their usual standings.
Rika, after you cast Knock, the tiger runs forward. As he does so, he shifts into the hybrid form that you saw speaking to the city on the palace steps. And he simply heaves the massive doors open. Through the gap, you can see ranks and ranks and ranks of Knights of Havana.
You know what? I'm surprised they didn't think of using the spell before they wasted all that energy.
It'll regen, don't worry.
To be fair, we forgot about the spell before wasting all that energy too.
Yeah, no shit. But yeah, the Wakernians rank up. The dragons get ready with to preparing their breath weapon attacks. Malrock says, "Everyone listen. These people are controlled by Havana. They can be stopped by removing their amulets."
Do not pick up the amulet. That resulted in someone losing their hand a few hours ago. Not naming names.
Did we get a long rest in or no?
Yes, you did get a long rest. You got all your hit points and spell slots back. This was
okay.
These guys all showed up towards the end of your 6 hours of sleep.
Okay. Just had to make sure.
But Oriana gives glares daggers at Malrock and Blood Dancer for daring to address her people. She then reiterates what you've said in a loud, clear voice and adds, "So aim for the chains around their neck. If you see no chain, shoot for the neck anyway."
Rika gives a battle cry.
And as you do... Okay, roll persuasion.
Me?
You said you gave a battle cry. Roll
No,
persuasion.
like the screen. Okay.
I'm gonna add an inspiration to. No, I won't bother.
It sounds like a kitten squeaking.
Yeah, nobody takes that seriously. Nobody thinks that's actually the call to start.
Can I try?
Alright.
What would that
Rika,
be?
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay.
No.
I burst out into coughing too.
Ariana rolls her eyes.
For the love of God, I feel like this shouldn't be necessary.
Shouldn't be. Okay,
Thank
Malrock.
you. No.
Malrock gives a mighty war cry. My word, we are not just fighting for our home, we're fighting for the future. Worst could have been ours. We are fighting for the true gods of the plains. We are fighting for ourselves. Alright, cool.
I'll try roll performance.
Malrock, yeah, go for it. Yeah, do the performance. See if you can... Yeah, that's very well said. But Malrock's war cry already got them. The Knights of Havana running at full sprint towards the raised... Oh, they're nice. The raised rifles of the Wakernians. The knights start getting cut down, but they're still coming on. And in too short of a time, the knights meet the line of Wakernians, and the fighting devolves to melee. The dragons begin swooping, led, of course, by the white and red, flying over the Wakernian troops. Sorry, not the Wakernian. Yeah, flying over the Wakernian troops and blasting their breath attack at the Havanan soldiers. It's an all-out fucking brawl. I'm gonna run out of spell slots so fucking fast. We've only got about 10 minutes left, so if you want, we can put. I think it's probably best we put a pin in it here and play out your roles in this war next time we play.
okay.
Okay, I was gonna say something real quick, but if we're gonna discuss what we're planning to do next time, then I'll do it next time.
Well, no, this isn't. You're in the middle of this fucking scrum. So what we're going to do next time is having you roll initiative to see what order you're fighting in, and see what you do to the Havana Knights and what they get to do back to you. Does that make sense?
Can we
I was gonna make a
RP what
different
we?
kind of suggestion.
Oh,
Can
what was
we
yours?
RP
Go
what we would
I
have
was going-
said? Sorry.
I was going to suggest that we use the cover of the chaos of the melee fighting between the two armies to sneak into Havana and head towards the palace.
Getting through those knights isn't going to be easy, but yeah, you can try fighting your way through.
I mean, because they are going to be we are going to be busy worrying about the Returnians and other things, doing things. It's not going to be perfect, but it would be a whole lot. I think that would be a whole lot better for us than trying to be part of a grand scale war.
Fair. What was Blood Dancer going to say?
I was going to say, in the RP chat, could we have done the RP of what we were like just doing during the long rest, but before all this kicked off and before we knew all the armies were going to get together?
I assumed you were sleeping.
Yeah.
We have had a bit of downtime.
No, there was no time for downtime. The army showed up right as you were finishing your sleep. Sorry.
No worries.
Okay. But anyway, I hope you guys at home enjoyed listening to this as much as we enjoyed playing, and that you like and subscribe so that you get to see what happens after this cliffhanger next time we play. So yeah, be ready next Friday for the next episode of Blood Feud. And in the meantime, there'll be other games being streamed as well. You're also welcome to join the Games and Geekery Discord server. There's a link in the description for that. And also, it would be super awesome if you'd sign up on Patreon as a emotional support goblin, help me do this full time, or even sign up to one of the games. Yeah. Listen to them, see which one you want to join. Talk to me in the Games and Geekery Discord to ask more about the games. Whatever you want, we're here. It's fun. In the meantime, no matter what role you play,
have a good game.
Have a good game.